no etumna akodo onti emre also draft programs and activities or a medium term development plan for Oyo Cape Coast Metropolis. Ono and Honorable Judge Justice Atta were put on paper and they when you impayful akro when you easy in commercial issues no ranging from Oyo education, security and a lot more and the Obokodo another obezon in coma for the next 8 years in what we do botumina wabum Oyo Cape Coast ha onti all the Cape Coasts or say obi biazin wo shemi na ohwe emadwumezino otumna oko menyim the next 4 years epede Cape Coast here then the next 8 years epede Cape Coast here then the next 16 years epede Cape Coast here then the next 20 years epede Cape Coast here then ono ho enkomo na ewiabere ye bezi ewo ha Alhaji Osman wa atenasi Alhaji
kwamina
kolafia Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh.
Si de bia
pede. Adi adan metrawo, nda metrawo.
Pede nsua me fi.
Na charge metrawo na wankasa etoto papa.
Ama anka be coolest. De bia pede nsua me fi. Yes.
Ebi I find.
Oh, Christ na adom.
De yankopon na ase. Baby akwa so e wo so ye bokoze.
Yes. E wo boko. E won komo na me pede wiabere yezi elha about a medium term development plan the mayor was the Lord Mayor was say another dego in crowd the various institutions ahuru ni nyina no wohwe na wezi in komo na abrente kura osi ya na dana Alhaji
producer bia
abrente osi ya na
onye we adwuma
ayasemu Blackus.
DJ Blackus.
Yeah, obe feed information or about 13 years ago no about. All right. But me dey e choose boko.
Oh yes. I am kupon nado. Na you go down na your monitor the proceedings of kodo. Appointment committee no do.
Okay.
Na your share. Judges are also two na no na. Wa hwe na wetum na wabo wonzi na wetum na wabe edwuma na ma baniti no ye follow ikakra
okay
and some more kodu so Ghana no and we na reason come about the minority for one press I was about out
on
I think on Saturday
okay
and about out no on the D levy na abansi we postpone no say him na kan the 16th June winner
yeah
implementation no kodo but government through the Ministry of Finance and GRS in there because of the external shock, you anticipated over bad because of the Israel and then Iran one conflict, you know. Into no so there that be no so I don't know because it's issues be there. The world oil market prices, you know, and the yebenya adjustment over here upward. Since is around $70 per barrel, but about to could $130. Okoban the mana whether we like it or not about affecting pump prices.
But from NDZ Council we are going to see a reduction.
Of course, in there
2% and then some percentage.
Yes. Yeah. Comax in there. And then the one I call pump I will tofu no. Yes, if you want to confirm it, they will cook to no.
There was a
reduction. To don't cancra. Yes, so that is it about in some more kodo so far no. And then minority one person no make kanumuna baby. I may not entirely agree with them. Maybe so many want to again, because the hypocrisy on our part as people in government, coming all how again. Yes, all how again in the sense that today, I can't there. I bring away from Russian-Ukrainian war. Now it will definitely affect us. But I can't then opposition party. About some working.
What Abana and to Nino May.
It can be true or right. Yeah. But the fact is, it affected our economy. COVID affected our economy. But I can also agree there. To know when those problems in the bed, it really affected us. That would have been it. But in the same people are first also there. It wouldn't affect us, In the what's about affecting. So maybe that is a hypocrisy better. Which is they were talking about. But on the part there,
I'm hoping that in their conversation, one can the war no will affect when and when your impact Ghana's economy.
I saw when your impact is obenya. Anytime I that the world market oil prices, you know. So as in year 70, not so could do 130 and you may adjourn there. Obviously we have that differences, you know. So once it happens that way, you know, then it couldn't be in as much as ever the exchange rate, you know, or very good as it stands now, you know. Once there's an upward adjustment, you know, it couldn't be it also affects you.
Yes.
So definitely it will be there. But then as to how we are going to make sure that yen shock absorbers, you know, or insulating yen economy, no, when are you born there? If indeed the actual programs are about more money and your home but but I feel that decision been taken there about suspending the delay, you know.
Yes.
I mean, it makes a lot of practical sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Before we implemented the people were talking that if they were stressing on the fact that fuel prices are before I mean, there's the likelihood that in the near future,
yes,
so we can't adjust ourselves only to the reduction of.
Thank you.
Yes.
Maybe you see, any economist now you want to look at the positive outlook, no. Actually, what macroeconomic stability I want to say, the moment now so as make adjustment now, because me sure that how do you introduce new taxes? You cannot do it around that time. But in the base if indeed say no, it was something that nobody could predict. Ebia say some more quick. That's a predicted ebia that will be because young the baby record them. But in the meantime, one of the first no you done during the ebia by this time we know Israel but call Iran. Monday you be in a conflict or them about affect the world market prices, you know. So obviously you would also want to think about the fact that today now you're in during the day baby them go see it would affect those prices, you know. But if you look at your outlook, FX, that is your forex, you know. So since you are sitting now one's in a cost. That's actually other factors or world market prices, you know. So BBR and question as a price of good or confirm. Why not? But the same one there, if that should be, it is going to be going up next say as a measure CB aba. Now if you there, that measure so about 2 hours will inflict more pain and add more pressure on your citizens, then you retract. And for me, my baba na about the day will take it that measure, no. And that is just good there. You think about citizenry, no. Because I'm going to want who that's a word there. It is normal. Once I mark parliament, mark seek for amendment, maybe once that to know. A can be out the young conquer the mana. And by the way, she was in my yimpa. But in a San Bunyim person who came with her. Now, but for no one brand. You're not in a washing burner, but indeed, say if pressure put my band, you take it out. And to me, food on that score is irrespective of whatever we say. I feel that it's a smart move there. For them, yes, you postpone for the meantime. Right. But minority can go to Mpank when you for cry. And for me, I will still agree with them. Because maybe I had to me ECG for one inefficiencies. No, they able to dama stage way. It's a chance on a document, the Ministry of Energy. We are the best send on it to na ashim. The cash waterfall mechanism, no. Yeah, so far, and what started today was really Juma. Yes, and was it Juma? No, I must say. Where you the cash waterfall mechanism validation report for April 2025 payment. And our table say bien. International table 1 now 2.2 was the actual disbursement of revenue to sector players. Disbursement to level A beneficiaries. The total actual revenue approved to level A beneficiaries stood at 51,664,011.20, equivalent to 794,876,644. This is the waterfall mechanism. Abanonye ECG was the one now they are complying to. In this actual cent power $9 million equivalent to cedis no. And a way was one car power waj onesie Amandi waj onesie Senate waj onesie Asogli waj onesie AXA Eli Power WAPCO fuel accountant when you now know biara waje genesia so far near to the ECG for the dama oyen shishina ban already agree no sisi an was the kankra. So if that is the way to go, me sure they wait to manage and their stock na the energy sector no yenya na kaka kan mo send the documents now so to na ahwe
ma mema anka be kwa ba na why maka anka be kwa ba
ye na kwam na
bibi aboko
nyame adom mpaibo na experience but what any ye nyame na adom mpaibo na experience you maybe you film na hwe des about my survivor
mintumi yi bia film
that's right
because why empai no oye niam bebre
that's right
na nyame na adom nso de
adom
adom no bo ho empai bo ebotuma abo but any experience to navigate through the life and so and niam ba ba sa
I don't know why mama atwem ko de maka bi kwami na
anga beku
kakra bi na maka mpanyinfo wakasa bi na oye no kwar what's the tachrama on pro ono nande abefo moka ne de internet does not forget say ayana amayefo wo opposition na war pirituma ayana akaye de bakade wonye bibia wo botum obrani be say anything humanly possible through fair or foul means not was agitum no but mpanyinfo so de ma wa no esi no na oda what retwe no se esua abofrabadze na ka chende yedu nkwanta na ni ra mosoe edu ho na ansoe na fantika sete ni ye nuntom hima nuntom
yes
ohima abasam na America. Ghana is not an island. Inti yenya island no na ye member of the community of nations no ja abrabani akuja nti say what's the idea sekendi na takradi when sekendi sneezes takradi catches cold and it goes on and on and on to Sunday we are in a global village now oya dene ye na your global village na aye de nyipa no nyipaduani na kwa no nyina boa no ma nyipa ye nyipa nti se beautiful freche se wo hwene mu hwimpo onyi ho a ne nsunsu ado ye nyankopon nyim se ntukura ma hene hwenem ofiri ehwi nti oye de ne ye na se oman bi wono ntokwa ama wiaza man ne sikasam ato ape na se obi di ginado akade da osi no wenya nsunsu ado wo oman ne sikasam na nantotoe ho ese abon nkada abon na mabaka now obi nkada puduonhye na mo hye nkote so da yebezi na dwo ena we see Iran and Israel shenunsunsu ando and I would have done one na baka de yo Israel no nye Iran hon to kwenti eke hia de fango no nsensem nche Israel chancha ho de wasane wi itama yam famane ne bompa yes Israel yame me epin na man tika chem na ya kada Ghana yame osana Israel man na Ghana so ya man nti ka Ghana yame a say ka Israel yame no yeye za no de tum ka Ghana yame. What am I trying to say? Itwedua zeto kwenti the fada ko bi no kwam na ekedi na edua demo dua na etwa ato ho ona so na obi so bafado na oza aba wo so kwam na ho bezi wedua amanyefo aya wonye ahweye na wona kasai se wore pirutuma nsama aya wokan aya na bi wo ho no ma etasa onyeye. Now when the reality catches up with them nefi na kayasa yerin pede yerin susu de yerin dom pede oye asama rokodo Israel no nye Iran won ntem no obokodo awa akodo na wenye nsunsu ado kasepa wo hen economy do osan the country broke or no broke we dey inside yenyi baby akọ yen so wo charge ma hen sa akare nti de ye boye amayefo sawar kasa yabasre osan the dama music and can touch a man pro na internet doesn't forget and here we are they are caught up with reality na say Sabio, rather than Pangun Quichi. Say, Yara baby, what's the day? Sisi, I hear baby about friend M.
Monkeypox, no.
Yo. Is a woman who Masibru. They are managing the situation, they are just playing around it. It is or by a casse, my acabana day, Nusun, I don't see, ya were back a good dame. Now we can see Iran and Israel want to quaidra. Not each other, why you there? A buy no chumuqueno, COVID the bay in the Ukraine and Russia war on the bay. And the Baba catch them a day. Mpox no news.
But Uncle Abiku, don't you also believe that yes, the Russia-Ukraine war, the COVID, you mean the COVID the or your international area or affect nation biani economy.
Okay.
That is aside. Russia-Ukraine war. I mean, was government not also exaggerating the incidents? I mean, the right thing now said Abani Impono, then or this Russia-Ukraine war.
One of the strongest chemicals was the white cement or POP. When you fee Egypt, one major source of food are flour. We import a flour no for Ukraine.
Yes.
In Chef, you may be as an akaye. Into Abia back at the inya direct in Susando. But Abaka can be, no Abacount. Abacount. In Samaka, Ghana is not an island.
Yes. I know.
And Obia than Obi. Into young funny the Egypt, one was in a minimum marking you. What about other nations? Here at South Africa as a country. One of Dokuni Yapano. Dokuni you. Into the Bonitira. Woodzi, no what in the Mabiki Kahu, so that my ye and Dokun, yet the Shutara Kahu, yet the Chinamel Kahu, Yaku in him, one wasn't in your pan. And to a man beats to South Africa would depend so much on flour, one source of supply by every country. Into Emadzinity. Into Ebia yet teacher, you back at Ghana, ye sufficient with our flour demands. But a man be ye that hardly hit. Into Obanadama, once one economy Obasafa. Obanadama, what's the consumer is the last on the value chain to suffer the consequences or the rippling effect of whatever decision is taken at the top. Only you know Sunsado. In Sidama Yerokin, Ebian, you direct impact. But a book is so man be do Obadama, Omano, now what's about Parashayan. And that is it. In America, young candy, young from when you know we see. But that way, am I for? So, our casa, they should be measured. They should be measured.
Okay. If they are not in the situation.
You see, they always, so far as they want power, they see anything and everything to be an opportunity.
Okay.
Even if they can speak to it, Nancha wabwa, amomana yimpa. No, abeda what's asset? It's a war to Damia. What's abedim? Nti papa akroma. So that's how they see things and that's how they behave. It is not right. It is not, and it's highly unacceptable. Yeru to amaya fufu no. Odi am water said. Say beautiful. Akwa there cut down wager na kawa. Nchako to nanaze.
But the political communication and the political strategy, political marketing, government of the day, if your opponent is also using the situation as a tool, strategist, political marketing, and then so I mean you also have that opportunity to tell the nation as to what is going on, Anna.
Many opinion binya and the more opinion on the papa Echo Dankwa Smith, the National Affairs Vice Chair of the New Patriotic Party. Na maybe Senator so Orma Omampain Mahama na Bani percentage from scale of 1 to 10. Also Obama 3. Then maybe Senator why 3? No so to papa. Na me say na on the grandparents when you're 3. Also 3 numpun. Or you because of the nature of appointment awaye. that one mbebun akwenja in various positions, be it ministerial, be it chief executive, be it managing directors. Nasa oka anokotinza nchobamo mampihin mahama 100%. Look at it. An opposition party person of that pedigree, no horrible mampihin of the opposite party, or bona about them. The question that comes is, as mbebuna what is the makwenja na are they delivering? Are they exhibiting opulence? Are they throwing their weight about in the exhibition of arrogance and impunity? Me wana nansi akasa brofu bi abada Ghana. Original there ono normal MPP will lose. Brofu manganjo. Arrogance of power. We are talking about the energy crisis. I'm getting disappointed, and I feel very, very, very uncomfortable talking about some of these things. Because same from there, today, Honorable Akando, at age 45, you are the Minister for Health. Ato Forsen,
yes,
43, 44, Minister for Finance. Sam George, Sammy Jemfi, Masa in gold board. Gold board.
Yes.
Cocoa board.
Yes.
Gold board. Ndaminyo bishe ose chale. Abrenten wa masisi ya hu kutukwa no fa friendship. Na ekenye da ma kwenjan. Ibegina simpie su na nye Ghana for kasa. E ya den ye wonkoa. Nti ama botaya amampanyini nyan the on for them sewu mu them responsibility no for more. Now obehwe the ebe deliver no. Papa na say sefum. And I'm telling you, before the end of this year, there are going to be reshuffles. There are going to be reshuffles. Because I'm paying as a person. No, oh no, not double in area, then another Danko Kufa in the second term. Yeah, baby,
is that how you see the current president?
Oh, so far, what's there? Say, Akukobo. No, we are.
Mfana
akukofun. Mama ka say be sure. Mama be here get together for Hikunafo. Let me be specific. Honorable Philip Mensahiford. Or you get together for Hikunafo. The woman who the mama be name no be get mama nyanche kuno wi o. What's mo kun baby we do ne ze kwan bi ado.
So I'll prepare the mind.
Until we get there.
In advance.
So until we get there, let's contend with what we have for now. I'm paying when you just will mumu. Now what's now what about Bossian? No, what to talk. What did you call? Look at the situation whereby internet doesn't forget. In some what kind of opposition? People are playing them back at you. Only asamano. And see, I don't know how they understand it. Young can be damn what posterity has for us. But when we were hold on, no posterity, we're a very bad judge.
Ebisa ma also messages in number 0244743143. Text message, another WhatsApp message for Fado Fabra na inzi inkomo. May try the ebedi ogwan komo kakra. Yes, yebedi ogwan komo kakra. I mean, with the agenda of the current MC, George Justice Arthur, Honorable, the 8 years development plan, and that is any dream, or is it to the next 8 years? The Cape Coast, up in Panko Kudu. And I was asking a question that if administration, we had a blueprint, beyond the 25 years development plan, Cape Coast, 10 years development plan, Cape Coast, at least in Kayedru. But the question I got was that Obiansu or Nivision and Obiansu competent in their own field. no so all free the bomo ogaman akonenim. But me tell me doing them. Okay, so those obiano competent in various field, you know, you to me achieve the needed growth of Cape Coast and this 8 years developmental plan. What are we to look for? The next 8 years, the next 60 years, the next 30 years. Should we extend it to maybe 50 years or 25 years developmental plan? This is the agenda. I mean, you want a picture there. Because I call other nations, Dubai and Adinyano, it will be a 50 years plan and they work towards it. So I don't think this is out of order, but can we extend it and then work towards it? Alaji, Mambo, we are call.
This much,
okay, yes, Uncle Bilku.
Minimada, the Sabuta Freche say, warrior Kwan, warrior Gattesa, was the lifespan was it to do?
So maybe about more and for another about 5 thematic areas they were working on now with Tumnawai. One is social development, economic development, infrastructure delivery and management, environmental and sanitation management, governance, management and administration. So these are the thematic areas the next 8 years or whatsoever years they will be working on it.
Okay. In Sidam American, Mankasim, Equa, Ofi, Oye, Mr. Lab in a one. As a car for Greenwich, where the Kokisi Royal Palace. There is a gutter there. If you ask me, I'll tell you it's the largest drainage system in the central region. Maybe saying, what's not Oye 50-year plan gutter? Now, assessment now, analysis are why it's ready. Every 50 years, gutter no. The Mankasimi year.
Every 50 years.
Yes. Mankasimi year. Ntinu, the drainage is supposed to cater for that. On year one. Echo Omanibi to the South Africa. Where we have the ANC as the ruling party. The DA, the KwaZulu Natal, their leadership are reserved seats in parliament. Nti wo lose mpa one leaders no work of parliament bisam na work okede da botan hin there so wonya akwenja baye amanu mpanyimfo a nche wo adwene bi a wozi bobo man no for the fact that wenya da ma akwenja ne nche da ma adwene pa no wo mfa nkofie. Unfortunately in Ghana winner takes all.
But and unfortunately, we saw former mayor.
That's my mayor. What I mean,
yeah, he was there.
And see, Ghana, as a man, or the year development plan, 20-year development plan. Eba, wayambra was to do. You can't deviate. You can add your own kakakra, but you can't run away from the core developmental agenda of the country. Ononkada. If you remember, who were the stakeholders?
Traditional authorities or traditional leaders from the academia, all the fields. Yes, they were there.
Okay. So what was their target? What was the significance of their presence? What from home? What the needs there? But tell us in the Yamin shadow, poo yapu.
No contribution.
Is that it? There should be a core committee tasked to do that. Come up with a roadmap, blueprint. By 6 months' time, Yabama Pragena Wafim. Nipa when them from in Yima and others a Musubo, every chewing gum, not autofoma, Kofuja Chrome, Wabacho. That goes into sanitation. Abandon you on money in a baby for tools that to hold the Obia Ozzy Adrian Papa Bia Ozzy a Juman and Puntu Babano. Yabab one or Sunday, one cut to a Drumbrai. Nanya had to hear. And see, no, did they have anything like that? There. Oh, yeah. Implementation committee. Implementation committee. Now, I'm tired there. I talk show. I'm tired there. Oh, you talk show. Oh, yeah, Adrian Pa. The American, fantastic. The former mayor was there. What about former MPs? And now one other political no nye asofo, achechefo, gom. Maybe you have one. Fofo no. Bayerfo, banchefo, mokofo, anyofo, enamfo, etamfo. Massa, if you want to run an economy and be successful, just go to them. And say, Bokobian, no mokohima, anyohima, they are to instill discipline. Sometimes they may be biased, sometimes they may be excesses, which is permissible, which is allowable, and manageable. So you seek the consent and the opinion of all these stakeholders. Now you are in your committee. What about my committee? No, so there one and report between such and such and such a period. But my only problem is that you cultural brofaka say the imbricatus of the imbricatus.
Implementation stage in our issue.
Now the issue has to even start with the committee now what set on up. Now our working committee. 1 year she said the day. Yeah, but if let me tell you a story. Ended the name in your business. Come Perry baby obi am chiao. Minya kwenya becha is IBB. I don't know say anymore. IBB Center for Computer Studies. Them time near Okotokraba. I read about house opposite Bachansa. Baby and Chakakum River Banko. Yes, that was in 1995, 1996. It's not computer education. No. I'm not from shut down who one task papa.
Perimensa.
I'm American. Nti, how am I boss from? I say, hey, Obama Bofidina Shadek, major abo. No say, let us come up with something. If you keep course and its environments, secondary schools will pray. Why don't we enter there? So what are we going to do? No, so let us come up with Computer Education Foundation. What were we going to do? We were going to the various schools with our own terminal laptop on you. Desktop. We give them education in computing in the basics. Them time they're not desk operating system or no Windows or then we build up their
interest and their quest.
Their quest. So they will have the pension for it. Now, young friend, you teach people these things for free. Now, I'm a water. I said that one makwana. IBB Center for Education, Computer Studies, or Wokotokraba. Or Sunday, year student, you know, you have a 50% discount. Look at it. It's not school for makwana. Why we go to school, from one makwana. IBB traffic lights. Niya azana you to control. Inti bokum kakra. But at the end of it, no results no obwa. What are we doing? Yama timelines, yama tasks, targets. Young the committee no worry juma. That is my problem. Nancha adwene no yekasa neze. Yaboka kasa bebre. Maybe I know me rubber for ya reception. But no for dinner, man of incident.
Jekumwa. Equa AG, Jemima.
No, look at that. Unya or Charles, if you may be asked. Unya can see be obey. About croak will be okay, one baby. I sound so careful, obey Juma 2 months, okay, one baby. And when you be a casa, you can show interest. Nampa bonny day. Obi obey Juman when you scan away the manasakon, Oba Humpai. The honors Oba or Uncle. What is happening to our youth? It's a brand fora. You create Zama Babun. Milk saying in I in Babunasamo. And some jam in your babuno. If you mean, mammy,
oh, a numerical. I recover.
Make your fifth floor. My time, 5th floor. And say, but I'm so much passionate about the youth because I couldn't be bring now. Abamona braboma one value and say anything and I be reducing to you. And so you need somebody to prompt them to create the awareness. The one who they. Where you obey. Into your paying for a cushion more pumpamsi. Yada master them workishim more pumpamsi. Na a cusi say. So we ya so we watch e kakra.
Me for no one way. Na why committee sections are various governance for Ekoshia, sanitation for and social for Ekoshia. So the various the thematic areas I'm yes, those with experience in that area, no, from professors and when you know we share.
Na check say.
Yeah.
Nche ga Ghana. Choni Cape Coast.
Yeah.
And see yada wanna say
and on my thematic area me on one our fair idea or competent, mean use competent persons when you know they were all on board. And we group one in I happen to be at the social.
Okay.
Yeah. Now so with the menu read the questions.
In Ghana here no problem kasapa. Sanitation.
Yeah.
Sanitation. So you to tackle sanitation now. Hand health bill about reduced by 50%. Take it from me.
All right.
Now I call money to the China, Singapore. Say beautiful fresh. It's bibi mo atramu. Nso dey poor. Na bibi few minute to phone. Auto phone I watch. Eko chewing-gum. Eko China. Eko with chewing-gum. Egudu eri ero ko yin na obi di wechi. Ba hwe baby a. Egudu a be ya to achi. Watch no.
I hate so panel feature no way ya.
Yen do ho yet. But here to see anano man paying or sauce in there. Plastics.
Yes.
Nti them here can sanitation. No, them not that. Example, why may add sans the them sachet water now one no. Or you recyclable.
Yes.
Into your business for some people. But you know go too good. We be back at and cabaret and the 5 Ghana be my man. Then you if the work to scratch. Don't waste the waste. I rest my case.
Alaji.
Come
yeah. Cape Coast development.
Makamanya mpanka mwenye time ya mankabi. No kase na committee na. Na yenya experience for them when I say was in command. Yes, you can really enjoy and then learn from some brain na wa kanin na no. And come na mean deviate. In fact, the same issues okay na. Masa Mary hash most of them no. You see, nyimpa bia wa brabom e fail there be plan no. Da be nyimpa ko no from baby abobo wa to no. Na na mudo. And you marry ye. Inti yakasa about any economy no. The same problem na ibinyo. Because we have failed to plan. And to be honest, we know our problems will come hardy. In fact, we even have the solutions in no. But the issue near the implementation na kabe na or kanwasem no. Aka problems na we at no form. Aye wadwene bu solutions na enye ni nyina honom. How are you going to make sure that them solutions na enye no eba implement na etum na in the needed results na erhwehwe no? At what stage impo na ba kwata wanda okay solutions must start maybe do hade yen the next level yen fam to hade yen fam fade yen fam kware enko enyim. This is our problem. And I was very happy that I started conversations no yen ko South Africa no twe na adwen see the kind of system that they run. Kwam na menyu to krom hade abribia wa bebedu aboni bi si yen ko senchi na yen ko tena fom na yen fa yen ideas no yen fa mbobo na yen arrest the city no ma wo position there no feel there na wo menye woroko na sim wa po bia mo fa mbra na
achiever awaje
na awaje fans no oren famba obotwe no ho afi wan kote kono ka for plans na fa ka yedwuma enti we na say ya na say failure na ya point say ya catch out say catch out as no obogu onye ye. This is our mentality. In sankazi ye na ko ye inclusive a nko bia ka hu bi. Enti ne say ahwe yan political system yan governance system na mo ko position no mpa gba anyi de mo wa abani mu no onti onfe na nyimu ngo ase. Enti abaka ye ba start afi maka de bi mu wona adwena anyi de nka abani we almost every day bia na ka scandal bia ba almost every day bia no. You cannot blame them because no so wa abani mu no what the yen. What's the yen ankasa?
We don't think about the progress of the nation.
No.
A certain government, a certain political party, fail.
That is it.
That
is it.
But I don't two omanum ponidi.
In fact, we are not even nationalistic in our approach when it comes to solving issues.
On this topic about the youth and all that. Pastor Dr. Mensa Otabil. Also, for Ghana Mbabun 100 from when what do they need in life? if not 90%, about 100%, we have a hiska. The next question as to how you can prune the number down is ejiskana abadze. Honestly, we realize the number 50 call. Usanda we hiska, but when you maza, when you scan what about kaka. And one now, what between waka ada what this kind of bayan? It sounds like be someone there. Abra kwan. No, what about fadwa? What by yedza working? Honestly, personally, you the number now 25. If you are busy in Pakuna day, how do you sustain the investment? Bone na mi patre. Ntini na ye adwen ho adwuma ye. And in your be ma sabi to freche. Unya dame nyimdzi no na onye wo cha. Wa mo sika, wa mo dwete. Yere ye bibi Adam America the Cape Coast no puntu no kan ko na nazi ya wakekehye mo pampam sie. O de wo a resource person na obaye amanfo sabi to freche hona adwen ho adwuma. Working on the conscience of people is very, very vital.
It shouldn't be just conversation.
The
mindset.
and Friday, was it Friday? Michelle be not saying it. Don't just know people. Because there is this saying that your network determines your net worth. Yeah. But people think that, hello, Angabe, are connected. You are not connected. You are not connected. Abazine ehunu wo mo ha ebe bra wo ho ase ebo sue efimu ho na tap into it mo kwa takwa ka program bi na em from na ekokwe nti mo ko to nyom do na brente bi wa bonu coat wa hye ne tie asema me ka eti
ba wa bonu coat wa hye ne tie
na bible sana madi brother, I say, yes, brother. How can I sing like you? I'm so, wow, you want to sing like me? I say, yes. I also want to preach like you. I say, I'm say, yes. That is the ministry. Obiana na say, what's the now? Oh yeah, nyamina samkan. Ye don't wanna ye na ye. Na masumon to mo nyum na muntu ni ye. Ene ye wa fam ze ma mere ma fam ze. Ono ye ze bobo ma ye butum ye yan pataboa. Shemany me say yes. Nti mama obi tum bibia. Onya wo botai da chinchina twan. Wo so be ye bi. Identify who you are and identify what you are endowed with. Nyame wan bonyi pe bia do be yin pe jenjanda. Nyame am bonyi pe bia. Me yon could be what Kastle. O si nyame ada obedo ye bia wa ye wi. Nyame on ye bi fufuru bia bio. Na mo nyimdzi no na akade nke ye nyipa ye bagya ato. Ye so da ya ye mfia ya. Iwi aka chem de papa bi no so on no friend Mr. Aban. No drugstore. Na mo kono na msa anka bedi. Mrs. It's a from Franchem. Mrs. Na mo bofun na me pede me. Oh dama. Was in chain wa zo yo. Ehun de idiza. Je didi.
Ehun problem no. Ehun de idiza. I don't be ask mo no na ma abo.
Enti manum. People don't know who they are. People don't know how much they worth. They don't know their value, and that is what is killing this country.
Okay, so the whole conversation meant to us. I mean, the Cape Coasters in Ankasano, we need to identify ourselves. Yeah. Who we are.
Moko Kumasi.
Then we develop with it.
Moko Kumasi. And that was the first time I had opportunity to be on radio. Moko Kumasi na when you say beautiful in and Miss Sansofi. See, Mr. Mayor Mohammed can be because Mr. Mtichui make me sons here. One man will be saying, na be kun na be chia. They gave me the platform, no cat and manka fancy. If I tell you the listenership that I attracted, I became the growth pole of the station. Until from time to time, no one preference say beautiful fresh. No mu. Minya girls who What's happening to no fancy? No, you're romantic. Now, one number. Not today, mammy say. Now, why am I doing? Girls, not me, I doye. Bits there.
Easy, not today, young from. What's why I doye? Blackus, one dream.
Obi, and you can't take it away from the buffer waka you show.
Yeah, well, only showed why
I am going for. See, be all my bear 1 week. No means can film go to come in front of it. Now, so what can psychic compono? Baby womb. There is power on your tongue. You don't know it.
Minchawano. No, ye baby wo ogame moha. Ye baby was salt pond. No be sawadwa.
You if apatampa.
Can able to my soul adwa best as obia?
Always anti-memo.
No.
You can't. And see, I mean, my concern, my area of Papa not the system. My father was a social worker. No concerning now yet. As I obutu mama, obi bejine baby no wabuzi. O my hand action of Nkusuku. That's a me de yenyepa. Yadze ma wumbuzi. Waru bowden, never be song as waru bowden pa, and I will bosom one. Now Bible can. Also, nipa, mother unqua no owu with a swing. Fakor. That's a command could say that in Chafanqua. If you have been many palm in your casa. Oh, bibia, oh, feel there. Oh, bottom that wabuanama. Nasism etumpun, but how to go about it. Start from somewhere. Talk to people. And don't put barriers and limitations in your way. Hey, Papa, I'm in the Kakasiya. Mammy, I'm Kuhunia. Breakthrough, and you make it.
But I say. Every say I Kastle 90.3 FM. I say at any point in time, we bring you something different. Yes, be before for yes, on our program. And see, any normal, we are not predict. You can't predict us, an allergy. And
you are inspired.
Yeah,
honestly,
so we are talking about psychological orientation.
Yes. Now, as some could be okay with them psychological orientation, man, identifying who you are.
Yes.
You see, interesting. Okay, say ya na madwunu kodo obibi do. Yakopon na adom. Even one fancy money mo hade. Ekwe me na makes me where you was no different from Cape Coast or Guahade. The master na consult pona. Enya we fancy fo or different. Kono ko pay mo gomwa or different. Kwe futu or different. The master kwe kwesi. Even akanufumpo. Ebi mu katwi, ebi mu kekua pem, ebi mu kagwan. Ebi mu kan fancy no pompo guma horo. Obia na neze. In fact, obia no susu ye different. Edibana wodi it may be similar, but obia nso na neze. So, ehwe obia so ni problem so a kwame na oye peculiar. Inti ekafa asewi aduwe na asem ze bai. Yes, nkwanya ba dan kenya ye Ghana hade. Na nka ye your program bi na nka be aye wo fantimonum so yes wadwa na nka ye wa Ashanti region bi asantimonum so was apatampa. But you see, once in a while ya wo da sheshe onyu ma me hu na ne dzi no oye fe crunch na wozi. Enti nde se panyin bi afin fa na so bompo wo hye ne mpo nya adwe na wo di hye mpa krona. Me was deliberately o and we push what that mama na wakwa efe. Enti anytime when we talk about the traditional authority, I become emotional because onye de bi mo want what pe bibia mo ye hu, but because of how they revere their tradition and the systems no oboa. You cannot like your music, you cannot like your culture na catch them there with chieftaincy system no when you anje ho in they say no krom hade last year is our first share na asante hinebo krom hade come whether we like it or not. Who stole the show for the occasion? Ye we Ghana dey be di afa show, but ye we na ye rin di afa show no ho nkomo, but asante hina oba grace occasion no ana na ye ka no asem abazintia PR America won kwenyi po America de bia, but why is it that Ghana nyi bia so fini mo no pro kwa America? Why? why is it that these countries will create a positive outlook about their countries, but young projects na yen and today be make the Cape Coast the orientation I can was no and to me be in fun 20 now we need to uphold young culture, but you don't respect traditional authority. And then if you have some problems and you facing each assembly area, at least you been here for work room and what shambra bylaws are, it should work effectively or chedo ye juma. But in the yarn that you're not here for work room, I didn't have to be ceremonial. When you na and I say, is it man point here where you nazi? What could a new bro be arenda? Ngo fanda by ye bi okrom hade hwere obey ya suatra odoso ntanka we could no. We should know our peculiar problems. Let's start from there, and that begins with the orientation of your mind. No, in the Secretary of State family do obayetin, but catch them young, nursery, KG, primary, JHS the monk no. Say emo on education a what so me into so obefie nana maame wa ye adwuma we wie nwura we tuagu obaka che mama da me say nwura na ye wie a plastic en fan koto hade nwura we en fan to hade okanitirim, but in the as in ye no top to down we don't even know what we are doing. It's mes man ye kai na compare my drive point to be you see planning is very important, but come na the question be saying there about empirical evidence about research na ya will keep course hade to know our problems are ye mpanyimfo na adwene de bi oye the problems are ye face okrom hade. Some of them ekete wonwu a ebohu, but say nyet memfo so di nkoma they tell you the kind of problems are they are going through. So once you identify their problems and once what you told oye your problem, na say as the solutions in say implementer you can work with them. But if na anka be working, yes share the experts in your those fields in no. You better on your plan bibia na yazaba as it badamo na it's because one was it to know ma one what center na outside no majority may even feel for there na say one consult you know obi na wa hye number na ba be hye yenkon but me was anke abe state na yehu there your number one problem will come hade or A B C D. The moment you begin to touch on those areas no obi a feel there obiara kan hu bi then we are doing it. But for me I feel that planning is very good. But me smana ye nyina yer kano, and I agree with you menyanka be ko so ya adwen pa there sadin say ye na say onye inclusive especially in political lines here run okrom hade no either sabani bi ko position then winner takes on one ka bibia na was egu no I wanna wa ba no onye nkofo pe na onye won ye nti say ba wi achi na say afei a new person comes in na the old person no we you na to nchen institutional memory no honom. I'm very happy what I'm about Honorable George Nabado. At least such a program. Let's say you invite the former mayor. Yeah. The Umbra.
Oranda Sata was there.
Yes, Yambana Badu. Because you are going to tap in. You know the reason I'm saying Yambana Badu. Before George Obanyani appointment, as a political communicator, we know what went on.
Yes.
It be a propaganda. It was factual. It be yanka because you're politics. And I'm not your politics. But then say if we to convince and starter honorable former mayor there back can be na no so pon fane enyu swaze hunu ma no so be ye MC for 8 years enyama we hu ni experiences ayen from the kwesi ayen from na wan koye yen fa na so kan hu bia kwame na oboa.
The former presiding member was there Nana Uku.
This is beautiful. I was it more George on your name for about honorable about it.
Yes, maybe he was even part of the committees or
that is how we
one
should
of
be.
The sector.
That is how we should be. Now say minimum say be say NPP mpanyifo so okrom ade. Say won so we invite one na can menyo baji.
Okay.
Because in a political party they are the conduit where from was you one MCs nazi. And so if the party are also parts or china be abanbo to master.
Okay.
If they are there na so we can be na warrior. What about one jettison plan na was that one? They also follow suits. Now yes I juma. But in this sense, maybe so question be there. So now the assemblies they want to have their own long-term planning. Does it coincide with the government's plan? Because in that say I was one this assembly common fund bay. Now abandon the chairman at the musicano one fine.
maybe
what if
it will be off their plan.
Their plan. Enti ya kere sanke wo national development plan bi a ko bia tap in. But so far ye wo bi so yemfa nya adwuma. Na sa assembly na dadwene there Cape Coast Central Region and the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly. They have their own peculiar problems they want to deal with. Come let me feel that it is something that is good. It is welcoming. Yambo na bad, but you make sure that be inclusive. Na yenye ye na as you know on your face.
Okay.
In fact, implementation of come as I want to yam because we've seen a lot of these conferences, symposiums. About it today we question I don't way home. But the way you implement we don't even go back to check it there. I don't know why you know ye results in it then you don't know. But this time round, you know, what me now you make sure there obey your continuous even if you are not there. Mo ba so no bebe ye do no on ba chedo na ye kan
this conversation ye benya part 2 of it.
Yes.
Yeah, association bi o say ICAO say ACA. Yeah, they are also into, and Honorable George is also part of that group.
Now, come in, I'm sorry, my fancy. Papa Kasem be my automatic commando. Okasa about the youth. Now the youth na ya bone wa. Menyim so oye kanko. So oye problem o. Yen mpanyimfo na there, yen papa no ma ye feel there. Sabe bia one shada one bomb man to the mess man na ye hwehwe no. And then we are even becoming worse than yen mpanyimfo no. And you know why I'm saying this thing? And that's why youth no so go school and empire buying them join the team, join the test con.
No, you have the opportunity to join the
mainstream. Join political party.
Yeah.
Or your party communication now. Now when you need you and I chanced on a video of NDC for one general secretary and Fifi Abikote. Well, last week while you when party anniversary no. Or can't say me there and the youth of the NDC impono. But brain now one pada wabosom. But our penitent now wa basha abanim. Now wa start doing yesika. Unexplained what?
Abeni bi ba na wapede wo ko to before na okokosha
yes
and the abayo so ngbe dibi na
and aka be kuso kan and me na adwen because I hwe youth na ya bana in the obi apodo o chene krache power ma to Range Rover ma to V8 ma ko to Gold Watch ma ko to we see then dem nso kabisen be bia ne sika ko ekonya fi they cannot explain that word to you. In the menyim for that, yes, the youth should be part of our political system. Yeah, make sure that we are going to inculcate and they should learn from yen penyefo no. Ma what deserve it or what to serve no. Let's push them there. But you know the politics are quite more lucrative than people even investing into productive ventures. I'm proud of yejuma bia. But when us our customer so you louder. Abone bi bantantam na pe. Obonye baby na wa kwa kwhye. It's look around. Obi aso a party communicator. Obi biara that nakasa entrepreneurship on kosua adwuma bi nakasa ingenuity on create adwuma bi on for bibi fanya bibi especially those of us in Central Region aside from Greater Accra be Ashanti region ebia Takrade that is Western region but most other parts of this country we youth in area school ya twena abana man adwuma Cape Coast abi so na adwuma poche na wa hade ya beka na ye peculiar ekoba bia erunko hu bi one way adwuma na into no youth no sumpo no. Yes, you go school in as much as we want to serve in certain capacities. In as much as you have a desire for public offices and authorities, you know. Make sure before you do one no. Now, I've been. In fact, you have the experience. Because in the young coffee one ones have cut the employers but because of politics into no. In the worries and that is what is inspiring most of us today. We say real school now panel. When you politics youth in the sumpono. At least one conscientizing, one create the avenue no, one make sure the young people to know you do honum. You could do so as a server, ya by yet na ya yin.
And I give me that say, every time my messages in the Obina na ya makaba. Obi for messages in the bra 0244743143 text message, then also on WhatsApp message. We also streaming live on Facebook into joining in our Facebook and our YouTube. Na yenzi in common like the page share na leave your comment messages no 0244743143 0244743143 Angabeku
I'm so awesome program okay and what was it Christian for what was the name what was about what was it to do
it didn't be a more than do a medium term development plan. So we need to have a certain acronym.
Yes. Maman Ogwai. Something like that. And I don't want a situation whereby Osanda are being championed by the current NCE. Yes. What about politicizing? No one can or no project. And since I seen a bamade or ye Ogwaman projector. Obia buy into it. That is also another aspect. Infantiman NCE where issue ultimatum be. Now some year there. Plan biara honorankasani signature only do no. The obey MCE no. Ma won't carry on. And now so they say Birusa and Ha Obobuegu. MCE I don't when I would cheer what's a dumb anyone Santa also intercrature.
Yes.
I thought your pa ye there. At that day ye pain na one Ugaban. It's one a month for you would ya. Na bomba kind there. Honorable knocker de Bokwa Kojimeno. Na papa no nitsinka na nananka. Only moshe. Kasabi or what's from technocrat and I hear them all from. I want to know when you want to walk on site now, walk inspection, sanitary for walk on now, make sure the sanitation or condo. And I say, what? Hey, watching punchy there, punchy pre, I built 12 o'clock. New runner banner, you walk as over there now, bonum punching wire 5 as a mamma cray. The MCE dow, only mushy. Nta bachina ponchi bi aka ko bi no nkwa na egu na wa aka ya asem was a court another obopo enyim esi na obebisa na chi nipa kura owodo oye de medjuma na wanyen we bititiniti no wa ena ekoko divu watch na say Ghana ya watch what the first thing they do is what won't bugu with you ehim sense ko what's Ghana for you we do bi wo him trim so watch na enya church wutim pe asem bi abaka bi oboto penyin trim
Bibi about
into what you that oh yeah hinedru into abakwa kochocho ni ti hu wa bonus hwe nansia we demolition one cran Gita Accra regional minister oh yeah hwe me na what's in the penyin bi na wakafa one man watching papa my minister one for cameras no do you wan no we stand there wona we bubu won den yina obia so that I will never go ahead there we see because a Jessica
the forestry commission
thank you I will not can something name the mankan yo Jesus also there I will not can mankan na cha forestry commission ejuma yin I was land guard na land some oh ye dembo pay wa boa no so my point is MC Nankutin on to me. Them technocrats now, what the various assemblies now. Berasu there. What's ne? Now I think it's there or there. But you remember Kadaman can ye. Brother Parliament about there. I think.
Yo, yata, see Parliament is in brother.
There. One in the ye be no, Obutum wa land one in prison.
Okay.
Now why you careful? Okay. Now what come now? With the money mia.
Technocrat no.
Yeah, politicians know.
Technocrat no.
I rest my case.
But I say Antabeku. All right, Kastle 90.3 FM. Me man ho do jumezi na yet to do engineer Fatoma. I bet na say ye busy income. But we shall fetch him mintum mbu ahoma ntum for now. Until later on mbu ahoma is at tomorrow na won so etum abemi bi. KMC wentum wamba ai. Okay, let us see. KMC wentum wamba nti yenhwe adobo bebiano. Your question maybe son ewo. Good afternoon, Kamina. The man who is speaking, is he Abadi intelligent? He's too intelligent. Is he a politician from KKB? Yeah, Ankabeku are a politician. But in Komo Bedi or a politician. Faith is like a small lamp in dark forest. It does not show everything at once, but gives enough light for the next step to be saved. Francis Yatta from Amanda in KE. Francis, that's it for your message. All right. Okay. Engineer Kwaba.
Angesuman.
Yeah, Bibi Aboko.
Oh, Angesuman. Alhamdulillah. Namana daruma yahu yepa.
Okay.
What can I then? Oto debi na ata samde. Oto debi so aibo na assembly betin.
It's part of creation.
E no de yet Nyankopon ase.
Yes.
Enti Nyankopon nhihye mu. Papa Bono.
Yeah, jachu.
Wo me ensom. Na nyipa da se pimpin. O papa nkwete na ope wate. Bone zo mpero betbi na aso mu kra oni nyipan. It is a bone kakra fanabo hanu pe na wa ahya okike.
Okay.
Tumi kikema ma. Neighbors are watching our sabe kafu wudi won ko mopo. No ho ye won ayro ho. On chere bia so na bibi papa so abawo.
On the New Year field.
New Year field kra, New Year field. Enti ma yaba kan biara inde Nyankopon onye na ezini ye. De ma brazy me yehu anye de Nyankopon ye na ezini ye.
Okay. But that's it. Come tell Abeku to stop annoying us. He's an MPP. But in Koma AD. I asked him. But that's it. But I'm forwarding number. But that's it. I say offer kojo. But that's it, baby. Yes, you go and come on. Or your MPP, he cannot talk about issues of a Cape Coast one. All right. I'm a grandpa maker. But Game Park is a main control the Game Park cool chop and the Wamba Amo and the focus on big winnings. Focus on big winnings. And the Charlie also big cash out for Game Park for mail. All right. Into Game Park one more 18 and now 3.8 million cities. 3.8 million cities. I want you able to na ADB. And see, from 32 to 30 times, your winnings goes jam. And see, just pick one number. A winner, watch, pick one and pick 4 draws live on Game TV. Moya in there, but star 946 hash, star 946 hash, and you also be part of the Game Park Cool Chop, star 946 hash. Na yɛtwɛn the NDC rep no so ɔbabɛka nsa na yɛzi nkɔmmɔ mamentwa mo mbrɛ sisia.
Ridge Royal Hotel, Second Reach Cape Coast. Rooms smell so fresh and clean with cozy and comfortable beds. A gym and swimming pool for your recreation and relaxation. And the food. Buffet served every day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Alongside fast foods like sandwiches, pizzas and pancakes. That is simply delicious. Ridge Royal Hotel offers you the best half and full day conferencing packages. Indeed, that's a perfect experience for you in the Asian's capital, Cape Coast. And my go-to place anytime, any day. Visit ridgeroyalhotel.com.gh on the web or call 031-2003-222 or 050-1672-908 for more. Ridge Royal Hotel, richly inviting and comfortably yours.
Bakwa ya wiase ene se obeto afidi abodin a wonya so mfaso biara le senti ene wo se wode wani kire Anointed Engineering Services Limited generators apapa enye dede eni unhwamo na sanumfu obebre no Anointed Engineering ewo the free 5 kVA ekosi 3000 kVA ne bonso da form boko na woton so a yema 5-year warranty so we generator eje ne ho a Anointed Engineering ebesesi ama Biara, your sound so ton tile lights, any genuine spare parts. A fancy so pesa wo ton with generator dada. Free Anointed Engineering. Anointed Engineering Services. Ewo training schooler. Ema nimdie. Any titie. Ewo generator, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, any solar installations. Yejuma penti. Yashita o my gun and yina. Shusha yen wo Cape Coast, Tantri. Yeni Accra Station no any din shenimu. Anasa ye ben Republic Street. Francis ye ewo 024-845-5697 and now say 024-348-0334. Yenti Ewo and Crime number 77 Anointed House Ewo Odoko Malam Kwantimpone so ebeng Odoko traffic light. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Young cotton, donut, donut, donut. Malaria syrup, donut. Everybody follow not sa malaria. The 3D till donut now. Oh, malaria chill. Oh, popo. What do you need? I want you. Donut. No. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa umojam ansa na wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho a ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
Eniama no ne fe, ne buo, ene se de entwe nyinam kanea. Enti na krofo ani gye ho saa no. Say home appliances nko na opedia. To Hisense, na ufie be dawase. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
We say my miss more crab be a high Kastle 90.3 FM man hold on. What's more messages in Mbra 0244743143 text message afi WhatsApp message. The biggest conversation, the biggest political and current affair program. Anyway, I bring at do engineer.
Angus man.
Yes, in Komokakra. I mean, a very important conversation. Me put the one so Edward to me be about 8 years development plan. The honorable mayor ne agenda and we as stakeholder meetings another meeting akodo or pimpimsia we invite the various stakeholders from the academia nananum even to GPRTU obia uma the medium term development plan from different sectors no they develop oil Cape Coast.
Okay, so man, you know my position about this young individual. This is a gentleman, Eme Obofu Igwan. Nenzama most was shasi Sebekaya. I once talked about it. That since our battle Igwan man for me kitchen because President Kufuor no can ask me there. Me pentem because of the numerous problems that confront the nation. And the boy no me use boy onam do ye me I am body intina me use boy but on your boy man and honorable wasted the terrain of Cape Coast from far. Now me when there Cape Coast need to live beyond my home says Sierra Cape Coast.
And come and then probably in there. All the metropolis in Ghana, Cape Coast holds the city. Into we are not just a metropolis, but we are a city.
Into say a Kenya a dynamic leader like honorable mayor. Now obey so from farm we steady way most workers say or say. Most will appreciate in Zama, or feed the order or live or jabibi. And minimum there say stakeholders cries are minimum the teachers.